Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHONY Insider suggests Brynn Whitfield was mischaracterized report. The Real Housewives of New York is on an indefinite pause, and no one is necessarily asking for another season given the prior ratings. It could be assumed that the cast was out of a job until producers decided to start filming again. But on June 9, Brynn Whitfield made an announcement that she was quitting RHONY. Now, an insider is coming to Brynn's defense after backlash and speaking to her authenticity. Regardless of how the show attempted to portray Brynn, she was one of the sweetest people I ever worked with, a source told OC magazine. She was kind and gracious and completely real. The insider claimed Brynn never came off as fake. It's a statement to contradict what her co-stars said about her transparency while filming. Although the source suggested the real issue is with editing, the show supposedly has a way of mischaracterizing people. I never got the impression she wasn't being completely sincere with me, they stated. The source continued, I can safely say from personally knowing her, she was definitely not the person they attempted to make her out to be. That being said, she certainly wasn't above the fray in terms of stirring the pot. She liked to do that and knew it came with being on Housewives. And, frankly, she was good at it. Regardless, she will have a bright future without the show. The marketing and communications consultant shared her parting statement earlier this month. She called her time on RHONY the most fun, chaotic, and magical chapters of my life. After a lot of thought, I've made the decision to walk away from reality TV, for now, Brynn wrote on Instagram. Last week, Hoppy, the dating app I co-founded and proudly serve as chief marketing officer, hit a massive download milestone. I can't even put into words how surreal it feels. All I want to do now is pour every ounce of energy into building Hoppy into the #1 dating app in the world. The RHONY alum continued. It was the honor of a lifetime to help reboot such an iconic franchise. From day one, I believed RHONY is a fan's show. We're just temporary custodians of something that truly belongs to the viewers. I hope I made you laugh a lot, cry a little. And more than anything, I hope there's a TV in heaven so that Mimi, who live for her shows, could watch me and be proud. To every person who gave me a chance, cheered me on, and afforded me love and grace, thank you. Catch The Real Housewives of New York streaming on Peacock. The show streams on Hulu in the UK and Ireland. In the glamorous, drama-fueled world of The Real Housewives of New York City, RHONY, viewers have seen a whirlwind of emotions, alliances, betrayals, and revelations season after season. And with the latest controversy surrounding Brynn Whitfield, fans are left wondering, was she really the villain they thought she was? According to a new insider report, Brynn Whitfield's portrayal on RHONY might have been more complicated and arguably more unfair than what the cameras captured. Who is Brynn Whitfield? For those who have only recently started following RHONY, Brynn Whitfield is a name that carries weight. Introduced as a sophisticated, stylish woman with a penchant for keeping things real, Brynn quickly became a standout personality. She is a successful professional, balancing her career with a complicated social life in the city that never sleeps. On screen, Brynn was portrayed as direct, confident, and sometimes confrontational, a classic recipe for housewife drama. Yet, as with many reality TV stars, the camera doesn't always tell the whole story. The rise of a mischaracterization. The insider report, shared by a trusted source close to the RHONY production team, suggests that Brynn was mischaracterized in the recent episodes. According to this insider, the editing and narrative choices made by producers painted Brynn in a more negative light than what actually transpired behind the scenes. This isn't the first time reality TV editing has been called into question, but given Brynn's rising fan base, the implications could be significant. The source explains that Brynn's strong personality was sometimes edited to make her appear overly aggressive or unsympathetic, particularly in interactions with other cast members. She's a person who speaks her mind, but that's not the same as being mean or manipulative, the insider shared. The footage that makes it to air is carefully curated to fit a storyline. And in Brynn's case, it felt like the narrative was skewed. In the ever-dramatic world of the Real Housewives of New York City, RHONY, fans have long been captivated by the sharp wit, opulent lifestyles, and, of course, the inevitable clashes that keep the cameras rolling. Over the years, the show has introduced a colorful cast of personalities, each one layered with complexities and contradictions. One such figure who has recently found herself at the center of controversy is Brynn Whitfield. But an insider close to the show is now suggesting that Brynn has been mischaracterized, and that the public narrative around her may be far from the truth. The rise of Brynn Whitfield. A quick recap. For those who have followed the franchise closely, Brynn Whitfield first appeared as a supporting character with a compelling backstory and a sharp tongue. Her articulate manner and willingness to speak her mind quickly caught viewers' attention. However, as with many cast members, the show's editors and producers shaped a specific narrative around her, one that may not have fully captured the woman behind the scenes. Brynn was often portrayed as the outsider in the tight-knit social circles of Manhattan's elite. Her interactions with other cast members, particularly during tense moments, were edited to highlight conflict and drama. This approach, while captivating for viewers, may have overshadowed some of the more nuanced aspects of her personality and motivations. The controversial report. Recently, a report surfaced that painted Brynn in a particularly harsh light, suggesting she was manipulative and calculated in her dealings with other cast members. This portrayal ignited a wave of social media backlash, with some fans calling for her removal from the show and others questioning her authenticity. The story, which quickly went viral, seemed to confirm many viewers' suspicions that Brynn was a divisive figure, someone who thrived on stirring the pot for personal gain. Yet, according to an insider with direct knowledge of the RHONY production, this depiction may be misleading. Behind the scenes, what the insider revealed. Speaking on condition of anonymity, the insider shared, Brynn has been through a lot, and the way she's been portrayed recently just doesn't add up. The show thrives on conflict, and editing can twist moments to fit a storyline. From what I've seen and heard, Brynn is a complex person who has been unfairly reduced to a caricature. The insider elaborated that the producers often have to condense hours of footage into a few dramatic scenes, sometimes at the expense of context. There were plenty of moments where Brynn showed genuine kindness, vulnerability, and integrity, but those clips didn't make the final cut. It's unfortunate because it gives the audience a skewed impression. The human side of Brynn Whitfield. What the insider's comments reveal is a side of Brynn that fans rarely get to see on screen. A woman who is thoughtful, introspective, and navigating the pressures of fame and social expectation. Brynn isn't perfect, the insider acknowledged, but none of the women on the show are. What sets her apart is her willingness to be honest about her flaws and try to grow, even when the spotlight is unforgiving. Close friends and former colleagues of Brynn have echoed similar sentiments. One friend shared, "She's been misunderstood for a long time. People see the quick retorts in fiery moments, but that's just one layer. Brynn has a huge heart and genuinely cares about people. She's also incredibly smart and knows how to handle herself in tough situations." The editing game. Crafting drama at a cost. Reality TV, by its nature, thrives on drama and conflict. Producers carefully select footage to craft narratives that keep viewers hooked week after week. While this can create compelling television, it also raises questions about authenticity and fairness. The insider emphasized that Brynn's story is a prime example of how reality TV editing can distort reality. It's not that Brynn was lying or manipulating people intentionally, the insider said. It's that the way her scenes were cut together made it seem like she was always the antagonist, even when that wasn't the full story. The editing amplified the drama and left out the moments that would have humanized her. fans' reaction, and the call for reconsideration. Since the report and insider revelations, many RHONY fans have taken to social media to reconsider their opinions about Brynn. Hashtags supporting her have started trending, with fans sharing clips from earlier seasons where Brynn showed vulnerability and kindness. One viewer wrote, "After hearing this insider info, I realize how much the show's editing shaped my view of Brynn. I'm rooting for her now."